Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you very much for joining me again today. I'm going to show you how to make this card today, and I'm just wondering whether anyone would hazard a guess as to what I've used to make this card. Okay, so you may or may not have seen that there is a new product in the Stampin Up annual catalogue, and they are called the Soft Pastels assortment pack. Okay, so this is quite exciting. I was quite eager to have a little look at these. So they come in 8 colours. So you have Night of Navy, Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, Mossy Meadow, Gorgeous Grape, Poppy Parade, Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. So those are the colours that are in there. Okay, and we're going to make this card using those, and you're going to go, how did we get it all in the right place? So I'm going to tell you. So we're going to leave those up there at the sort of out the way. I think they might be just in the corner of the screen. The background here is the Butterfly Brilliance. Is that what it's actually called? Butterfly Brilliance? Where's my stamp case gone? Yeah, that's right, yeah. Couldn't remember if that was the name of the paper or what. And the Stamparatus, just so that that helps me stamp this image nice and cleanly. Put the case underneath now that I've found it. So I've taken out the foam insert on here. So it comes with like a black foam. So if you're using photopolymer, that gives you the cushion behind your stamps. I upgraded to the deluxe mat, which has a sort of white clean surface on it. So we've taken that out, and we're just using the base of the platform there. I couldn't think what it was called then. Can you believe it? And then I've put down my white cardstock, and I've just found it. So the stamp is obviously bigger than the piece of cardstock. So on my original sample I did actually stamp it bigger and cut it down, but I kind of figured it doesn't actually matter that much in terms of orientation as long as I'm covering the whole lot. So we're just going to get that kind of lined up, and because I'm using the Stamparatus, hopefully we've got it right and stamped quite cleanly the first time. So we'll go with that, and we're going to use Versamark ink. Okay, so a clear sticky ink pad. So I'm going to get that nice and well inked. So you want to make sure you've gone over the whole of that really well. Bring that across, give it a good press. I like to use a soft cloth just to help me kind of apply that pressure all over. Just like so. Especially as I can't stand up. Well, I could stand up, but it's just more awkward when I'm filming. And we're going to lift that away, and it will have stuck. We should just lift it off straight up. Hopefully you'll see that that image is there. In real life, obviously, when you're working, you will be able to see that. I'm just going to put that to one side so that I can get it cleaned once I've finished filming with you guys, and put it somewhere where I'm not going to knock it over. Move that out the way too. And I'm going to bring in my grid paper just to work on. So I'm going to make a bit of a mess. So obviously that ink is wet at this moment in time, and we don't want to be messing about too much in terms of time, just to get our colour on. Almost had a calamity then, so I was just trying to get some pieces in front of me so I can see what I'm aiming for. So I'm going to take one of the chalks, and I've got this little scrap of paper. This is just white cardstock actually, and I'm going to basically rub over that cardstock, and the dust is going to fall onto the project. I'm aiming it kind of over one of the images, but it's going to be kind of a very organic kind of look to the card anyway. That's Poppy Parade. We'll do some gorgeous grape over here. So you sort of almost grating. Is that the right word? A bit of Mango Melody. On these two little ones in the corner. I've done this several times now, and I mean the chalks are quite large, so you aren't going to, you know, seems wasteful, but you aren't using a lot of them at all. And we'll do this one. So I've done the, so that looks like nothing right now. Just looks like a bit of a mess, like a salt and pepper sort of shaker thing going on. There's all that dust everywhere, okay? But then if you use a brush, so I did do my original sample, I have done with this brush, okay? And it works just great. Plus I do find you get a better result with a blending brush, okay? So I'm just going to go easy. I'm going to use the and sort of work across each of the butterflies, and as you clear away the dust, it catches on that sticky ink and you get these cool colours coming through. Okay, so you can kind of push it around to where you want it. Do you find your background will stain somewhat? Almost look a bit distressed almost. But it's like magic. I mean, that's really, it's a real subtle effect, I would say. You know, a bit different to, you know, if you were just to stamp those images in the different inks or anything. So, isn't it cool? It's like magic. I'm just going to use that soft cloth again, just to sort of buff that off. I haven't added any sealer to this. When I've worked with pastels many moons ago, people used to recommend putting some, you can get pastel fixative spray, but hairspray would work as well. So yeah, you get this really lovely soft look, and it's kind of got a sheen to it. It's super subtle, but in real life it just looks really, really nice. And you know, you can rub over that and it doesn't seem to be coming off. So I think that's okay. I think it fixes. I don't know whether Versamark has a fixative agent in it, but there you go. The sentiment I'm adding with Memento, and that's from Biggest Wish. Man, this is a great set. It just, I'm like, oh, I need a sentiment. I know, Biggest Wish. And I'm gonna go with black to offset all these other colours. My sample was hello. We're gonna go with thanks for this one. It's also, by the way, these letters and stuff are really easy to line up on your block using your grid paper, because they've got nice straight lines, so that it's really, really easy to get those lined up. Now, I don't know whether you can catch in there that the image sort of shines through on the ink. Don't know why that is particularly. I can't offer a suggestion as to why that might happen. I don't know whether the chalk has some kind of a bit of a resist on it, or whether it's the Versamark or what, I don't know. But I don't dislike it, because I think it almost sort of blends it into the card, which is really, really cool. Let's just move these out of the way. and all I'm going to do is simply mat this onto some black cardstock and then onto a white card base. Just bear in mind, just reminded me when I turned that over, see all the dust has sort of made a mess on the back, so you want to make sure your area is clear and clean before you work on your next project or turn it over or something, because you'll end up with coloured dust and scrapes all over the place. So just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to press that down with the cloth, and then we can put that straight onto a white card base. And it's really simple. I just wanted to show you a way to use those chalks, pastels they're calling them, soft pastels, sorry. Again, this is something that this is a technique that I used to do many years ago with mica powders, shimmer powders, and I figured it would work with that sort of chalk dust too. Okay, so there we are, really simple. I'm not going to add any more to it, I'm just going to go with that. So depending on which colours you use and in what proportions and stuff, you get a really different look. Okay, so I used a bit more of the red on this one, as you can probably tell, and the yellow, and then brought in the blue at the top, but I did a bit of balance by bringing in the blue at both corners. So yeah, lots of fun to be had with that. And I chose the butterflies just because of the whole colour thing, but I mean, you can use any old background, couldn't you? Background stamps, individual images. You'd have to sort of stamp things quite quickly. The other thing is, if you wanted a real sort of targeted kind of look to things, I should imagine that if you were to, if I just pick up one of the stamps I've just got mounted randomly onto so if I wanted that one in the purple, I'll put my pastels now, haven't I, or something, or whatever. Let's do the green just to show you what the green looks like. So if I did my green one like that, yeah. So there's my green one. Probably should have covered up my Versamark before doing that, shouldn't I? And then stamp another one over here, and then used a different colour. Let's use the navy, just so that you can see it. You would probably avoid getting too much of that sort of crossover, the colours. Does that make sense? Because that ink's already been covered with the green. Yeah, so you get less contamination, if you like, between the colours if you do it that way. Hope you saw me doing that. It's a bit low down on the thing. Okay, so stamp and apply some colour, and then stamp it separately, and then you don't get the sort of multi-toned look as like you do on there. Okay, so that literally came to me, as you probably guessed. I wasn't anticipating telling you that, but it just came to me that if you were using other little stamps to build a background, you wouldn't want them to dry, so you'd apply your colour and then you'd go back in. So in theory you could get a really nice discreet colour for each image on your background. So there you go, there's another idea, just for free. That just came to me as I was talking to you. So I hope you've enjoyed that and it's given you an idea. I'd love to see what you make. As always, the links are in the description bar. Please do like, subscribe and share the video with your friends. Thank you for joining me. Take care everyone. Bye.